So today's job is to make a cab for the Bassett-Lowke Flying Scotsman. It's the most obvious part that's missing now. I've got the drawings of the cab. Somebody's come to help. I've got the supervisor coming for a CAT scan. Yes, so I've got a rear elevation of the cab, which gives us the profile, and we have a side elevation. These are fairly faded drawings. I've got the same drawings in the booklet, which are perhaps a little bit easier to read, but obviously smaller. What I'm going to do is redraw or scan these drawings and then trace them in FreeCAD, and then export this into my laser cutter and cut out patterns initially in cardboard to see what the fit's like. I'm quite concerned with this bottom corner here, because the cab basically follows this taper down and comes almost to nothing really, so there's not a lot of space there. So I just need to check really. It's easy. It's easier to modify the design when it's cardboard. Okay, so I've got a sketch of the cab front now. You can see it does get very narrow at the bottom ends there. So the way I did this was to scan the drawing. What I found actually was that this half section view or half view was actually easier to follow. So I traced that and then mirrored it about the centre line, and then you can see I've got the full cab drawing there. So now I've sketched the side panel of the cab. Again, I've traced a scan of the drawing. So if I take that drawing away, you get a rough idea of what we're trying to produce. So I'll get that cut on the laser cutter. Okay, so I've cleared space around the laser cutter, which takes quite a while. I've got a small workshop. I've got the file, the front panel loaded in. I've got just some cereal packet cardboard for now, loaded in the laser cutter. Got my water and water cooling is switched on, so I'm ready to start cutting. And it's as simple as that. Okay, now we're going to do the side panel just in cardboard again. So that's the patterns made in cardboard. As you can see, you get really nice crisp results with the laser cutter. And to be honest, it's worthwhile drawing stuff out anyway, because I mean what I've found is that the Loco, as it's built, this distance here is a bit smaller than the drawings, so the foot plate's a bit narrower, so that has actually meant I've needed to redraw the front windows as well. So I've sort of had a bit of a guess at those. I hope they'll be okay. So that's the cab mocked up on the actual Loco. As you can see, the front sheet isn't quite fitting as well as it should do. So I may need to modify the pattern very slightly. It seems to be tight just on this top corner, so that may be something I can just adjust slightly. But the side panels look really good, so I'm quite pleased with the overall look of that. So we have the laser cut patterns now. They've come out really nicely, nice and crisp. It's a shame I can't cut metal in the same way. So I'm going to have a rummage through my sheet metal now and see if I can find something. The plans say 1/32 sheet, which is about 0.9mm, something like that. Right, so let's see if I can find some stock. Okay, so I found some steel. I think it's a little bit warped because it's been plasma cut. I'll just put a straight edge on there. It's 1mm, so a little bit chunkier, but I think I can get these two sides out of this piece, no problem. So we'll start on that and see where we get to. I'll put you on time lapse. So I will be using the bench shears quite a lot today, so hopefully you can see that in the background. So that's the windows cut out with the fret saw, and this vertical section. The rest I can do with the normal hacksaw, which should be quite a bit quicker because the fret saw takes too long. It does take very long. But anyway, we can start to. I think I'll probably carry on sawing for now to get the basic shape, and then we'll make do with the files next. Okay, so we've made some good progress on the side panels now. I need to finish rounding off these top corners and make these corners square, but definitely getting there. So there we have two side panels all nicely deburred. Pretty happy with how they've come out. Reasonably accurate to the pattern, so not too bad at all. So Yeah, very slight differences, but they're both pretty much the same. So they match each other. I think I'll finish the video there because this is taking quite a long time. My next thing obviously now to do is the front panel. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. I'm slowly getting more confident at bodywork. I know I keep moaning about not liking it, but I'm getting some reasonable results, so it's not all bad. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.